Hello, we are Group 2. Our research is entitled Live Experiences of Food Delivery Riders During the Pandemic. And here are the members. Placido V. Abuan III, that's me, I'm the group leader. Next is Aaron L. Blas. Next is Asmar S. Disoma, April G. Fagian, Cheryl S. Hasarino, Ralph F. Lomboy, Don Joshua E. Navor, Marilyn Rose R. Sagun, and Francis E. Tobelo, Michael Jude M. Tuginay. So let's begin with the introduction. Due to this rise of demand on food delivery services, along with the impending threat of the virus, riders are facing various challenges. In United States of America, food delivery riders started to worry that continuing to deliver food will ultimately put their health at risk. Meanwhile, in Italy, as reported by Technology News, riders are allegedly being exploited during the pandemic. It was discussed that magistrates of Italy are looking into a case concerning around 1,000 delivery riders who were allegedly underpaid with 3 euros an hour to deliver meals.
In Beijing, China, it was reported that there was an increase of order incurred by food delivery riders. This was the reason why they were experiencing a strict implementation of health protocols. Gao Zizao also stated that customers order other necessities like sack of rice, oil, and flours. In Manila, Philippines, ABS-CBN News reported that food delivery riders rallied because of small payment and unclear freelancing system. In this study, we want to know what is the experience of food delivery riders here in Baguio City. Next, please. As observed from the international to local settings, food delivery riders are faced with various challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic.
For our research paradigm, it is consists of three concepts: the effects of COVID-19, live experiences, and coping mechanism. The link between these notions is depicted in this model. For the effects of COVID-19, this figure refers to an increase of demand, implementation of health protocols, and other effects that have a substantial impact on food delivery riders. The term live experiences refers to an actual first-hand accounts or stories and impressions of people who worked as food delivery rider during the pandemic. During the pandemic, it describes a specific phenomenon or experience of the respondent. This idea aims to answer the following questions. First is that, what are the live experiences of food delivery riders in Baguio City during the pandemic? Second is that, what are the challenges encountered by the food delivery riders during the pandemic? The term new learning experience here refers to the participants' new learning experiences as a result of their live experiences, and as a result of their coping mechanisms are being built. And for the coping mechanisms, this refers to how the respondent dealt with the different difficulties or experiences they faced throughout the pandemic.
Statement of the problem. First, what are the live experiences of food delivery riders in Baguio City during the pandemic? Second, what are the challenges encountered by the food delivery riders during pandemic? Third, what are the interventions employed by the food delivery riders to cope with such challenges? Methodology. Population and locale of the study. The participants in this study are the food delivery riders of Food Panda Philippines here in Baguio City, specifically 7 participants. Data gathering tool. Semi-structured interview was conducted, and it is through virtual interview. Data gathering procedure. After acquiring a letter of approval from our research advisor and our dean, we posted in the Facebook. After that, interested applicants were asked for proof of employment. After that, they are given a letter discussing the purpose of the study, research procedures, expected benefits, the right to withdraw from the study at any time, and protection of confidentiality. Upon their approval of an interview consent, they were consulted for a scheduled interview, and then an interview guide questionnaire was given to them so that they would have time to think about and prepare their responses to the initial questions. All interviews were conducted through virtual conferences. Treatment of data. In the analysis of data, thematic analysis was employed to achieve an understanding patterns of meanings from data on lived experiences. According to Sindler, Lindbergh, Nielsen, and Palmer, thematic analysis is described as inductive in nature and a prerequisite for the analysis of data on lived experiences, such as interviews or narratives.
Results and discussion. Live experiences of the participants. The following are the experiences of the participants and was then timed by us researchers as consecutive call bookings. 4 of the 7 participants stated that they are experiencing consecutive call bookings because there was an increase on demand. In line with this, participants stated that having a lot of orders to deliver is challenging because they do not have that chance to rest. As observed, there was a significant increase on demand on these food delivery services during this pandemic, consequently greatly affecting the food riders' workload and number of deliveries. Second is the fear of acquiring the virus. 2 of the 7 participants stated that they are experiencing fear that they might acquire the virus. In conclusion, food riders are in great risk of acquiring COVID-19 due to their constant movement from one place to another.
Following are the common challenges encountered among the 5 of the 7 participants, which is about insensitive customers. That is called riders for late delivers, impatient customers, customers that are hard to contact. Participant 1, 2, 6, and 7 all have encountered customers getting mad at them whenever they deliver their order late, even just for a few minutes. Participant 1 stated that the main challenge for him was when there are customers with low patience while waiting, customers that are hard to contact, and customers that are out of location from the map. Next, inclement weather. Along with the spike of orders, bad weather conditions are also a challenge for the participants. 5 of the 7 participants stated that this was a challenge for them. As narrated by participant 4, he experienced sleeping on the roads and getting into an accident when it is raining. Last is fake bookings. As explained by one of the participants, fake booking occurs when what appears to be prank to several riders. When the riders arrive in the place, they see themselves with other riders who receive the same orders as well. If not, they are asked to wait for several hours just to find out that the customer canceled.
For coping mechanisms, 2 things were teamed, being courteous and being vigilant. For being courteous, this is the coping mechanism for sensitive customers. Meanwhile, being vigilant is the coping mechanism for inclement weather. For being courteous, 4 of the 7 participants stated in order to deal with insensitive customers, they remain patient and respectful as much as possible. This is observed among all of the participants. They all stated that patience is very necessary when interacting with customers. Meanwhile, in being vigilant, 4 of the 7 participants stated that in order to deal with inclement weather, they must be vigilant. This includes asking for location of the customer when it is raining, so that it is a way for the rider to identify the safest route.
So based from our findings, this is our conclusion. The food delivery riders here in Baguio City are currently experiencing consecutive call bookings due to the increase of demand in food delivery services. Next is fear of virus. They fear that they would be infected by COVID-19 due to the constant interaction with different customers every day. Lastly, they experience having impatient and rude customers, which they feel bad about because these customers don't feel what they went through just to deliver their orders. Next, please. So based from our findings and conclusion, this is our recommendations. For employers, they should synthesize a system in which it would give food delivery riders limit or intervals to between orders to prevent the problem of consecutive call books. Next, employers should also strengthen their verification system in order to prevent the problem of fake bookings. Next, food delivery for delivery riders, they should raise awareness about the challenges and experiences that they are experiencing during this COVID-19 pandemic as food delivery riders in order for the community as well as their customers to understand them better and become more considerate to them. Lastly, for future researchers, the authors of this research recommend to them that they should focus on studying fake bookings on how to prevent it. They should study what are the interventions employed by the company and what are the profile of those who conduct such. So that's all for our report.